Coolers, welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting stories. Starting with Robert Lewandowski, as Real Madrid mainstay, Alaba has recently hailed the Barca striker, who is his former Bayern teammate, as one of the best ahead of El Clasico. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Antoine Griezmann, as Barca Atletico are reportedly confident of signing the €20 million agreement for the French striker. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. We are less than a fortnight away from FC Barcelona take on Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu in the revered El Clasico. It is going to be a consequential fixture in the context of the title race, with only goal difference separating the two teams. Speaking ahead of the game, Real Madrid defender David Alaba heaped praise on his former Bayern Munich teammate Robert Lewandowski, even labeling the FC Barcelona superstar as one of the best players on the planet. He said, "I'm not surprised by Lewy. I know him really well from my time in Munich. For years in Munich, I was able to experience what he does here in Spain. He is one of the best strikers in the world, and he has proven that time and time again over the past few years, and he is showing it again this season," said Alaba. Alaba played with Lewandowski for 7 years. 7 years at Bayern, winning 7 Bundesliga titles together, along with a treble under the leadership of Hansi Flick. Alaba's service on the left flank played a key role in creating changes for Lewandowski during his time at Bayern. But the Austrian international will have the tricky task of containing the pole as we gear up for this highly anticipated Clasico. Although Alaba has an excellent rapport with Lewandowski, the Real Madrid defender did back his Real Madrid teammate Karim Benzema to secure the Ballon d'Or award this season, owing to his success over the past 12 months. Alaba said, "Karim Benzema? The question doesn't even arise, because if you look at his last season, what he did there, it's really unbelievable. I'm really very grateful that I was able to experience it and be part of it and see him work every day," said Alaba when asked about the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. Great words there from Real Madrid defender David Alaba about Lewandowski. Of course, that was just him being honest about the reality of things. Of course, Benzema deserved to win the Ballon d'Or last season. He was by far the best player. Everybody knows that. There's no argument about that. Lewandowski, of course, did not really have a great season with Bayern. He scored 50 goals, but it was not enough for him to, he played so well. He had a great season, but was not up to Karim Benzema's level. So, going by the compliment from his former teammates, Lewandowski, of course, is one of the best players on the planet as we speak, and he has been the best player for Barca without any shadow of a doubt. He has been our only goal threat, because we don't have a lot of them. Dembele and Rafinha don't score goals, which is something that I wish they improve on, because I don't think we can go and win trophies that we want to win when we're in a case where we are living but only Lewandowski to be scoring. It makes no sense to me. So I don't think that will be possible if we leave. If the other guys don't improve on their finishing, then sorry, I don't think we are going anywhere. Of course, because it's not all the games that you see Lewandowski being on form. Look at the game against Inter Milan. He was not at his best. So that is why what makes a complete team is the forward line should be able to score. Everybody should be good in what they are supposed to do. People should not be like, okay, Dembele is good to assist, but he needs to know how to score, because it will also cost Barca. It will make, it's not good. So I think Lewandowski needs a lot of support. I think Lewandowski is overdoing things alone, and Xavi should be careful, because the day something happens and Lewandowski goes injured, where are we going to? Then we are finished. Look at the game against Mallorca. Honestly speaking, if Lewandowski was not in that game, Barca were not going to win. Maybe they would have even won us. Luckily enough, Ter Stegen really made some great saves in that game. So if not of Lewandowski's brilliant effort to make it 1-0. So that's some kind of games. We just need to, Xavi needs to be cautious about this. We need to, you know, the wingers need to score. I don't think Barca, in the history of Barca, when Barca is in hot form, it's only one person score goals. When Messi was in his hot form, Neymar score, Suarez score, people score, the front three can bang. But it seems as though now Lewandowski is already goal threat. It makes no sense. I don't think we can cope with this because he's not a robot. Lewandowski is not a robot. There'll be a game that he will not play well because he's a human being. So I don't think Xavi, it's a risk for the whole team, and I hope Xavi is thinking about that. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, the Antoine Griezmann soap opera is in its closing act after a lot of speculation, threats of lawsuits, and tense negotiations. Barcelona and Atletico are on the verge of signing an agreement for the permanent transfer of the French international, according to Fabrizio Romano. The 31-year-old joined Atletico on loan from Barca last year, with the agreement containing a mandatory €40 million purchase clause. However, the two clubs were in disagreement over the conditions of the permanent buy clause to be activated. Barcelona argued that the clause had been triggered after Griezmann played at least 45 minutes or more in 50% of Atleti's matches last season. The Rojiblancos, however, were of the stance that the €40 million purchase obligation would become active only if the 2018 World Cup winner played 45 minutes or more in 50% of the matches across the 2 seasons on loan, as a result of which they were using him for less than 30 minutes per game this term. Frustrated by their rivals' tactics, Barca were considering taking legal action. However, after consideration, FC Barcelona decided that they would rather settle for a lower fee from Atletico Madrid rather than having Griezmann back at the club next season. Negotiations have been going on for a while, and a breakthrough was finally achieved, with reports yesterday claiming that Barcelona and Atletico Madrid have reached an agreement for a fee of €20 million plus €2 million in add-ons. Fabrizio Romano corroborates those claims and is now adding that the two parties are confident of signing the agreement imminently, putting the entire saga to bed. Antoine Griezmann is set to sign a long-term contract with Atletico Madrid that will keep him at the Cityvas Metropolitano until 2027. Some outlets have claimed that Antoine Griezmann will be signing a contract until 2026. Irrespective of that, he is understood to have taken another big pay cut to remain at Atletico Madrid, as he always wanted to continue with Diego Simeone's side. With the agreement set to be signed in the near future, Barcelona will be getting rid of Griezmann permanently, while Atletico can use him as a starter and not restrict his game time to just 30 minutes per match. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.